My friend Chimmy is being sacrificed today as my next hero. I am so sorry, Chimmy. Hello, honeybees. Welcome back to my channel. It has been quite a little bit since I've seen you guys, and I'm so sorry. I actually have some videos for you guys, but have I edited any of them? Absolutely not. So therefore, they're probably going to be ending up a collective book vlog video instead of multiple different videos, because honestly the fact that I haven't edited them says a lot about me. It was very busy this summer, so I have not been able to be here, but I am here today for our August TBR. The last time you saw me was also a TBR video. I don't know why I keep doing this. I promise you guys I am trying so hard, but it is a lot going on, and when you can't find time to edit anything, videos just don't come out. So I actually haven't posted in quite a while, and I am back. Yes, this time we are really back. I promise you guys we're back, because I want to be here for you guys. I want to be here on my channel more often. I want to show up often, but busyness gets the best of me sometimes. Let's say this, I don't end up editing. I end up filming a lot of things because I have a lot of ideas and I actually have plans for all of this, but when I schedule it all out and then I don't have time to edit it, and it just got all over the place, and so therefore you didn't get any videos from me. But hopefully we will fix that in the upcoming couple of months. Let's say that. Anyways, as you see by the title, today we are going to be doing our August TBR, bro. The fact that we are already in August, how are we 8 months in? It's really wild. It's exciting. I go back to school in 3 weeks. I start my junior year. It's really wild. I am so excited for it. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into our August TBR. All right, so I have 2 books that I am officially already putting on my TBR, actually, because yes. So first and foremost, this was a book I had in my July TBR, but we have Cleopatra and Frankenstein by Coco Mellors. I wanted to start this book earlier, but I didn't have the time to start it. No, that's a lie. I did have the time to start it. I ended up starting another series. It's the Rome, Kentucky series by Sarah Adams. And so I didn't start this book because I was reading that series. And I read all 3 books in the last week. So that says a lot about me. But anyways, I really want to read this book, and I still really want to. And I wanted to read it when I first put it on my TBR, and I still want to read it now. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on my August TBR because I really do want to read this book, and I already started it a chapter in, and it's already really good. So why not continue it? So I'm going to go ahead and already put this on my TBR. Along with that book, you already know every single month I give you guys my monthly pick for the book club. And if you are not a part of the book club, the link is down below in the description box. You can click on it, join our book club on Fable. I love Fable. It's my favorite place to be when it comes to reading. So please join if you would like to know what I'm reading, and also just keep track of what I'm reading all throughout the year, because I only do quarterly wrap-ups now, so just stay tuned for all of those. Anyways, the book club book that we are picking for the month of August, we are doing One of Us is Back by Karen M. McManus. That book is the 3rd and last book to the One of Us is Lying series. The first one was earlier on this year, and then the second one was for actually July's book club pick. So this month we are going to be doing One of Us is Back for our last and final part of the series, and I think that's going to be super fun and exciting. So if you want to read the last book with me and with the rest of us on the book club, go ahead and join the link down below in the description box. So without further ado, we have our handy dandy TBR jar to do our TBR for August. So in here I have a couple of prompts that will prompt me to pick cozier reads, because I'm super excited for the cozier reads. I'm also super excited for dark academia. So I put a lot of books in here prompts in here that will prompt me to make my TBR more cozy and more fun. So I'm super excited for that. So we're going to go ahead and open up, and we're going to pick from the 2 I already have. I'm going to do 6 more books because I feel like I'm going to read a lot more. I've been reading a lot more recently. I feel like if I really grind out and just more, I can read as many books as I determine to in that month. So I'm going to do 6. Who knows if I'm going to pick an extra one. Y'all know me. Every single time I say I'm going to pick 6 or 7, I always end up picking an 8th or a 7th. It's really bad. Anyways, yeah, we're going to go ahead and pick the first TBR prompt. Chimmy is no longer being sacrificed, so be happy. It was just getting really hard to hold in my hand while also trying to pick these. So we're going to pick the first one. Let's see what we get. I'm so excited. I don't know. Okay, the first prompt is, ooh, a book with an ocean on the cover. I feel like I have quite a few of these actually, and they're mostly hardcovers. For this prompt, I think I'm gonna do it up a little bit that says body of water. So if it has any kind of body of water on it, that's what I'm going to choose. Because I feel like if I say ocean, I'm not really that great at picking books that have oceans on them. So anything with a body of water on it. That's what I'm gonna say. Okay, so I actually have like 5 books that could fit this prompt and maybe even more, but these are mostly on my high priority, so that's where I was kind of picking from. So these 3 up here, and these are the picks from there. I have Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. Now this one has been on my TBR for quite a while, and it's definitely one that I would love to read. It's like this is a college fiction. I'm not sure if this is even romance. I'm not really sure what genre this is, and I couldn't even tell you. But I do know this is about 2 Harvard students, and they kind of collaborate to like make a time machine type thing. I'm not really sure. It's something like that. Something around that. I don't really know. But I definitely would love to read this one. It's been on my TBR for quite a while. Like, that's why I put it up on my high priority, because I wanted to make it a priority to actually read. So who knows? I don't know. Then the next one I have is The Silence That Binds Us by Joanna Ho, one or the other. So basically this book is about like a daughter. She is Chinese and Taiwanese American, and like her mother wants her to kind of like live up to her expectations, but then her brother, I think her brother passed away because he killed himself. Yeah, he died by suicide. And like she's going through all these hard things like accusations and such things, and just her life of just building through that. So I think this would be really nice to read. I think this would be very sad also, but who knows. It's a YA, so I think it would be really nice for either like a good sad day or like a palate cleanser in some sort of way. The next one I have is The Ones We're Meant to Find. This is by Joan He. This is about 2 sisters. One gets stranded on an ocean or somewhere out there, and then the other one is not. And so they kind of like, after a series of events and like disasters, they kind of find each other, I think. And I think that would just be really cool and adventurous. Again, this is another YA. I feel like this would definitely be a palate cleanser. It's something different I haven't read before. And it definitely has an ocean on it. Like, we can see that clearly. A couple of other ones that just have bodies of water on them. I have Water Moon by Samantha Yambao. And I would love to read this one. This one is like a Tokyo pawn shop. I think I talked about this before, and I would love to read this one. I do definitely feel like this would be a comfy read and a cozier read. So I'm like leaning towards this one because it's like giving cozy, comfy. And it's about like this pawn shop, and basically it's a cozy ramen restaurant. So like obviously this one is just like really hinting at me to read because it's like a cozy, fiction. I feel like this would be really fun. It's set in Japan, Tokyo. So I'm like really leaning towards this one. And last but not least, I have Amy at the Lake by Carly Fortune. Now this is the 2nd book of hers, and I would love to read this one. It's still a summary kind of one, but this one has Mimi at the Lake. So do we want to do lake or ocean? One or the other? I don't really know. This one is a romance. It's a summer romance. This is about Fern and Will, and basically they have this agreement. They meet at the lake one time, and then like they're like, we want to meet each other again. Fern shows up and Will doesn't. I don't know if I would really be interested in reading this just yet. So we'll see if another prompt will prompt me to get this one, but I don't think I'm going to read this one. Honestly, to make this easier, for the vibes, because I said I wanted cozier, and this one also has a body of water. I believe this is the ocean though. So, in my head, we're going to go with this one. We're going to go with Water Moon by Samantha Sotto. I think this would be really fun. I think this would be very cozy, comfy, and it literally is just giving those vibes. So I'm gonna go with this one. That first one definitely took a little moment. I'm trying to move as fast as I can because I actually have work at 2 o'clock and I'm pushing it. So I'm trying my best. So we're gonna move a little quicker in these last ones. So bear with me, okay? If I'm talking too fast, I'm so sorry. We're gonna pick the next prompt. A new to you author. Okay. Actually, a lot of these can fit this prompt actually, because I have a lot of books on here that I haven't read, and I don't know most of these authors, so we can pick anything low-key. So I'm gonna pick a couple of books that I'm like, oh, I really want to read these, and they're gonna be authors that like I haven't read before. So let's pick a few. I think I only have one book that I'm really leaning towards when it comes to this, even though I have a lot of books up here for authors that I've never read before. I feel like this one's the most appealing. This is August and Everything After by Jennifer Salvato Distorski. I have never heard anybody talk about this book nor this author, and I just feel like this will be a very different one to put on my TBR. It's a YA kind of like coming of age story, and this is about Quinn, and basically she just graduated 4 years, you know, high school, and she doesn't even know what she wants to do with the next 4 years of her life, let alone like entirely her whole life. And thinking about the future is impossible as she feels like she's the blame for her best friend's death and car accident. So this story takes place where she goes to the Jersey Shore for the summer with her family, her aunt, I think, and she kind of meets this guy named Malcolm, and through that, like, they build a connection, and she's wondering if she can also find love and also build up herself again in her life. So I feel like this would be definitely a good story. It's definitely coming of age. It's a little bit different than any other book like you can find, and I just never heard anybody talk about this author, so I feel like this will just have its own unique flair. All right, on to the third one. Let's see what we get. Oh my gosh, just to me. One of your anticipated books. Ooh. Regarding this prompt, I feel like I have two books that were definitely anticipated for this year for me personally, even though one of these I don't think came out this year. I think it came out last year, but I've been wanting to read it. And first we have The Unmaking of June Farrow by Adrienne Young. And I've been wanting to read this book. I feel like from all of the Pinterest boards I've seen, that looks so aesthetic, and I feel like this is just matching the vibes I want for this month. Basically, this is about June, and she is in this family where there's like curses and things that happen upon them. Like they have this like mysterious curse. Basically, her mom disappears, leaving her with her grandmother, and after her grandmother passes away, she ends up finding these like different things that lead to her mother's disappearance and stuff like that. So I feel like this is definitely mystery kind of vibes, but I feel like it's also very much cozy kind of vibes, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely think this would just be really fun to read for the month of August. So I have this one, but also another one that I also highly anticipated. I have Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. Now this woman, I've been waiting for this book all year, and it came out June 10th. I believe, yeah, I think I remember the specific date, June 10th. And I've been wanting to read it ever since it came out, and I haven't yet. This would be super fun. I think this would be super fun, super cool to read for the month of August. But I also low-key want to save this for like October because I feel like it's giving spooky vibes. I don't know. I don't know how much I want to read this just yet. So I don't know, but this is definitely one of the ones I was thinking about when it came to this prompt. But I think I'm going to go for The Unmaking of June Farrow. Yeah. I just think this would be really fun to read for this prompt and for this month. I just feel like it just fits the vibe. So we're going to go with The Unmaking of June Farrow. We have 3 more prompts left. I got to get speedy because it's getting late. So let's get on to the next 3. A book originally written in another language. I actually have 2 books for this prompt, and they fit perfectly because I already knew, like, as soon as I read it, that's why I was like, I know one I'm gonna pick because I have 2. But I don't know which one I really want to read just yet. But we have The Convenience Store by The Sea. This is by Sonoko Machida and translated by Bruno Navesky. And I would love to read this one. This is about a convenience store by a sea. And it's kind of like, it's literally called Tenderness, and that's so cutesy to me. And basically, it's a 24/7 convenience store, and it's ran by this handsome manager. I think this is the handsome manager. I'm not really sure yet. But anyways, he has his own fan club, and it's just a really comfy, cozy place that people come to feel this comfort, and it offers that when you come into this convenience store. And I think it's just stories of that. I think this would be really cutesy and cozy, and especially because it's still summertime, basically, I think this would be really nice to read on the beach. So I'm really leaning towards this one, but I also have another one, and this is The Healing Season of Pottery. This is by Yeon Somin, translated by lik::ḥryhds. And I feel like this would be super interesting to read as well. Definitely another cozy, life-breaking story. This one's about Jungmin, right? And she basically quits her job. She's 30 years old, and basically she decides to quit her job. And through this, she kind of holds herself into her house, her apartment, but one day she stumbles upon this pottery shop. And through this pottery shop, she kind of finds healing through working with her hands, and she kind of starts to find the meaning of life again. And it's just a comfy, cozy place to be for her. I think this would be very great to read, and it would definitely be another cozy one. And again, I've seen really cute Pinterest boards of this one. I just feel like this would be vibe, but I'm leaning more towards this one because it is still summery, and I feel like this would just be really cutesy. And also, these chapter names are so cute to me. I just think this would be so fun to read. And it's a Japanese translated one, so I feel like this would be super fun. I recently finished a Korean translated one, so we're going to switch off into a Japanese translated one. I think this will be fun. So this is the one I'm going to pick for this prompt. Alright, y'all, I had to change up cameras because my other one died. So it's okay. We're good. Well, let's get back into it, actually, because we need to get back into it. I need to hurry up. I'm pushing it. It's 1:48 and I still need to get to work. And we need to choose quickly. So hopefully this next one will be easy. Oh, I can't pick. A book with flowers or leaves on the cover. Look at that. I think I already know which one I want to go for. And I think y'all already saw it. But here it is. It's You Again by Goldbeck. I definitely want to read this one because I've heard so many things about it and I haven't got the chance to read it just yet. And I feel like it would be super fun to read. And I've heard many good things about this book, actually. So I would be super excited to read it. Plus, leaves all over this baby. Well, all over the front, shall I say. This one is about Ari and Josh. They first meet and the wrong kind of sparks fly. They hate each other instantly. So I think this is like enemies to lovers kind of thing. And I'm so sorry for the lighting because I don't know what's happening. But anyways, basically they kind of go from enemies to lovers. Ari's a comedian and Josh expects, well, they never expect their paths to cross again, and then they do, and then boom, it goes from there. So I think this would be super fun to read. I'm super excited to read it. Plus, it's just giving fall vibes, so duh. All right, we are on our last and final book, which is kind of crazy, isn't it? So let's see what we get. Last and final book. Ooh, it's a big one. It says, ooh, a book starting with the letter of this month. Isn't that funny? Okay, so I have a book, but I think this one has a lot of controversial opinions. And also, you know, I've just been really wanting to read it, and I feel like it's going to tear me apart, make me cry, and all kinds of sorts of ways, and I love that. Anyways, we got A Little Life, and I've heard many things about this book. This book is widely talked about all over Book Talk, all over everybody, and I just really want to read it. Like, I'm really want to read this, and I've been like really wanting to read it for so long, actually. So I finally got it, and here it is in paperback. I got this at like a discount like store, and it was like $1 or $2, I don't know, it was like $1, and of course I gotta read it, you know. I just feel like I've heard so many things about it, and I want to form my own opinion about this book. And because I've heard so much and I know that this book is really popular, I want to see what all the hype is about, why people hate it, why people love it, see all the different opinions form into this book. So I want to see it, I want to know why, and I just feel like this is going to be really interesting. It kind of gives all the vibes of If We Were Villains, because this one has 4 college students, college classmates at that. One broke, adrift, and buoyed only by their friendship and ambition as they move to New York in search of fame and fortune. So I feel like this deals with all kinds of things: addiction, success, pride, and all kinds of things over the decades for them. And I feel like this would just be interesting to read. I don't know, I've heard many things about it, and just reading this little thing in the back, I just feel like this is just gonna be so interesting. I feel like I'm gonna like it a lot just based off of the synopsis. I don't know, hopefully I like it, we'll see. But I'm gonna put A Little Life on my TBR because it starts with an A. And also, I think this would just be really cool to read. This would definitely be the biggest book I read this year if I get to it, because this baby's over 800 pages. Alrighty, so here is the TBR for the month. I feel like it's full of cozy vibes, but it's also full of fiction and really fun things to read. I'm going to quickly go through every single book that is on the TBR, and yeah. Cleopatra and Frankenstein by Coco Mellors. Water Moon by Samantha, Sotto, Yambao. August and Everything After by Jennifer Salvato Distorski. The Unmaking of June Farrow by Adrienne. The Convenience Store by the Sea by Sonoko Machida. You Again by Goldbeck. A Little Life by Hanya, Yanagihara. And also One of Us is Next by Karen M. McManus. Hey besties, I literally forgot to do an outro for the video. I know that's kind of crazy, right? I was in a rush, so my brain didn't even think to do an outro. Like, I was literally like gone after I like introduced all the books to y'all. Like, I don't know. Anyways, hopefully y'all enjoyed me picking out my August TBR. I cannot wait to read every single one of these books. Comment down below the yellow heart emoji if you made all the way to the end of today's video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can get notified every time I post a new bookish video. Of course, don't forget to join the book club if you want to. It's down below in the description box. Please don't forget to be true and be you and read whatever you want to. I love you guys so much. I will see you guys in my next bookish video.